Russell's 13, been looking for it for a couple years now. Striking out, but I got one. Got a story behind it. Here we go. Hey, it's Matt, Bourbon Banters 2020. Today's review is going to be on Russell's 13. I got a hell of a story on this one. I've always wanted one of these things. I've seen them around. But what's stupid about this, I'm going to actually pour a glass right now. And you're probably wondering, dude, it's halfway gone. I'm like, yeah, that's the story. So here we go. Going to pour me a little bit. Yeah, it's a pretty good pour. So I've tried this. My buddy Jason's got a good collection, and he drinks what he has. And he has a extensive collection. And to go way, 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 way back, I actually filmed the inside of his collection. He's got some good bottles in there. But we go over to his house and we drank some very distinguished bourbon whiskeys. And what I mean by distinguished, I'm like Russell's, Pappy's, all kinds of great tasting bottles. And I'm guessing that this is the fourth release. And this one here, and the one I had there was so good. And I think out of all of it, I think I ended up ranking it second out of some big, big contenders. So ever since then, I've wanted one. So every time I go to a liquor store, they have these things for fucking $500 or it just stupid fucking prices. And you know, Russell's come out, you know, with their warehouse stuff and you know, things like that. So I'm in my other place in Arizona. I'm gonna go to the nose on this thing. Here, I'm gonna do the rundown, then I'll continue with the story. So this is Russell's 13, straight bourbon whiskey, aged 13 years. 13. Proof 114.8, and it's a barrel proof mash bill, 75 corn, 13% rye, and 12 month barley. Wild Turkey Distillery release. This one is release of May 2023. MSRP is 150. Got it for 188. I'm in Arizona, doing my thing, whatever. And my connection with, oh man, that is so sweet. Dark fruits. I get some figs, a little caramel and oak. God, it's sweet. And every time I taste this thing, it tastes, I find something else in there that I like. I'm out there, my connection at Alperson, she calls me up, hey, I got a Russell's 13, you have it on your list, do you want it? I go, hey, I'm out of town, can my buddy Jeff go by and pick it up? I go, how much? She goes, 188. Sweet, I'll do it, I'll take it. So yeah, I paid over MSRP. If I can find it again for that close to MSRP, I'll definitely do it again. I like Wild Turkey products, I like the Russells. I even had a barrel pick, you know, a couple barrel picks, and they are so good. I like it. That's just, I'm a Wild Turkey guy. My bad, Wild Turkey / Russells if you want to, you know, be specific. He picks it up, paid him the cash, whatever, it's been sitting. And this was, I want to say summertime-ish. So, God, that is so sweet. It's like a dark fruit on the nose. It just, and some fig and caramel. That's good. These things, they did it right. The Russell boys, they're good. They're good at what they do. The last few segments, you saw the witches' hats. So we had a Halloween party in my life. My wife loves Halloween. You know, good party, cook some food, desserts, all kinds of shit. You know, people bring stuff, a lot of booze, whatever. So I'm ripped. The boys came over, we had a little game. I'm gonna take a sip here. A lot of brown sugar and fig, a little bit of orange, and some cherries. All right, I'm sure it's gonna change on the second one. So we had a little thing, we discussed it between a few of us that were coming over. Hey, you got a vial, pick a bottle that you like, put it in the vial, bring it over, I'll mix it up, number them, and I'll, you know, and we can log it who brought what. So we did it, tasted them, you know, I put my thing in there, came in dead last, which is fine. These guys brought over some fucking expensive, crazy, high-end, fancy stuff, and I'm like, all right, well. So I go, I'm running around, I'm cooking tri-tip, I'm hustling. So I'm like, you know what? I think this is a good time to break this thing out. Brought this thing out, half gone. I come walking back because, you know, I'm hustling, you know, getting stuff moving here. I didn't even get a chance to eat. I even cooked all that stuff. Everyone devoured it. I didn't even get a chance to eat. So I got screwed. Come back out, this thing's halfway gone. I grab it and put it back. These guys would have polished the whole bottle off. So, but I'm doing a review because I got a little bit left and I'm going to save it as long as I can. And if I can find another one, I'll do a comparison, but that's somewhat down the road. God, so sweet on the nose. Everything's good on this thing. This is, if I can be given one bottle, I think this would be it. This is probably one of my favorites, the whole line. But this one, the fourth one, the pros are saying it's not as good as the other ones. You know what? Yeah, maybe so, but maybe you're wrong. Maybe you just need more clickbaits because you didn't agree with last year's or this year's. Because every bottle and barrel is going to be different. This one is still good. The whole lineup's great. It's great. And then, you know, maybe this one's not so great, but I can't really tell. Compared to the one that I had probably a year and a half ago at my buddy Jason's house, to me, I thought that was better than this, but this is actually pretty good this time I go around. This time I go around, time I go around. This time I go around, I'm sticking with it. I like this. This has got, I'm catching more flavors than I did because I have done my homework and practice. been training for the big game. The big game! And big games today. God, this is so good. I'm gonna do this again, give you a palate. It's so good. I can drink this all day long. And the proof, 114.8. It's not tasting it, but still I'm getting that brown sugar, the fig, a little bit of that orange, and I'm getting some cherries, but it's like a cherry caramel, very faint leather on there. And it's very, very oily. It's just coated. I'm tasting this for days. I can drink this tonight and feel it tomorrow. No, not feel it, but taste it tomorrow. It just coats everywhere. But the finish is super long. I'm kind of blending in the palate and the finish here because I got a little more to go. It's supposed to be for the finish. It's consistent. Maybe a hair bit of chocolate on that palate, but the finish is just so long. It's caramel, maybe chocolate, a hair bit of tobacco. It's just sweet. It's just, this is like a dash of cinnamon, maybe a dash, and some orange, just kind of lingering around. God, it's so good. If I had to pick of all the stuff that I have done, I would say this is probably my favorite bottle. This is a great bottle. If you can find it and they let you buy two, buy two. I'm telling you now, I'm not even done yet. Because I've never had a bad Russell's, I've never had a bad Wild Turkey. It's so consistent. They're, what is it, QA, Quality Assurance, or whatever, the people that make sure that it's consistent and tasty, they do a great job. Yeah, on that one, a bunch of fig on that taste. Maybe I just needed a burp, but I'm getting some orange on that, cinnamon on the finish there, and it's just going. It coats, you can feel it just coat both sides of the tongue, in the back. I'm gonna go, this is my number one. And if anybody, you know, curious about, you know, everyone's gonna do their end of year best bottle. Well, this is start of the year, but this is from 2023. I'm gonna say this is my favorite bottle of 2023, if anybody asks. So I'm a couple weeks late for the new year of December 2023. This is January, sometime middle January 2024. This is probably my favorite bottle that I've had. My favorite bottle. I'm gonna do one last one here because I gotta keep moving on. Yeah, it coats, tastes about 100 proof, even though it's 114.8. Getting all those flavors over and over, the brown sugar, the fig, the orange, the cherry, the little bit of leather, chocolate, as it kind of settles into that finish. It just keeps lasting. It keeps going and going and going. It's the Energizer Bunny. Caramel, a little chocolate, a little bit of tobacco, cinnamon. This has got everything. Like I said, the Russell boys, I think it's just the kid now. I think Dad kind of retired out and they know how to do it. It's consistent. I remember seeing my old man way back when as a kid drinking Wild Turkey. They did it back then, they do it now. This thing, it's pretty easy. If you find it, if you can get it for MSRP, you're a stud. You're a pimp, you're a lover, not a fighter, but a fighter outside of loving. If you can get it for MSRP, you cracked the holy grail. The most I would pay for this is maybe, because that's MSRP for this year. I think they've been going up each year. I would go at least $50 over MSRP. So if it's 150 bucks, I'd pay 200 bucks for it. I got a great deal. I felt for 188 because I've never had one. The next one, say they come out at 150 bucks again for some reason, which probably not. They'll probably come out for 180 bucks because of inflation and Biden just sticking it to us and screwing everything up he can. I'm sure next year's will probably be 180 if I had to guess, if not 200. But if it's 180, I'd do 220 if I can get one, because I know it's going to be good. This is pretty much a sure bet that it's going to be great. Unlike some of the MGP or Ross and Squibb, like the Great Gatsby, the Gatsby, the Remus Gatsby, or the Remus Repeal, they kind of sloped off. So I think I wouldn't pay over anything for those, but for this, yeah, I'd pay over, because I know it's going to be good. It's going to be great because these guys know what they're doing and they're going to make it great. And I think next year's Remus will be better than last year's because they got crucified. Not crucified, they were told that it sucked. Same thing with the Gatsby. You pay 250 bucks for a bottle. It better be all that in a bag of chips, and it would taste not all that. So I think they're gonna up their game. Hopefully they have the stock so they can make it. I'm Matt. If you like this, if you see this, even now, 2023, May 2023, I'd still pay up to 200 bucks for it. If you see it for 200 or below, get it. Anything over, let it sit, collect dust, force the liquor store to, lower his price because he's just trying to rip you off. I'm Matt, I'll talk to you later.